What's up, everyone? It's Cameron. Welcome back to Fowler Garage. Today we're going to be taking a look at something a little different from what I normally cover on the channel. Behind me is a 2023 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Let's take a look at this European luxury performance SUV and see what it's all about. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio is Alfa Romeo's answer to the performance SUV segment. It competes with things such as the BMW XM, as well as some of the Audi RSQ vehicles and the Porsche Macan, or say the Mercedes GLC 63. Any of those performance SUVs you see coming in from Europe, any of those, this is what this vehicle is competing directly against. However, a little special thing about it is where it is an Alfa Romeo, there's a couple things you'll find out that are actually Ferrari derived, so that's something I think makes the Alfa Romeo Stelvio special and stand out against the competition. Connecting this Stelvio Quadrifoglio to the ground, you're going to find a set of 20-inch aluminum alloy wheels. Currently, it has a set of Dunlop winter tires on it, but you'd find a set of Pirellis on it from the factory for all seasons. It's also equipped with these beautiful red Brembo brakes with Alfa Romeo written in white on it. I think it's just a really sharp look. And you'll also notice, if you're looking at the side of the vehicle, is the rear tires are actually wider than the front, really letting you know that the Stelvio is a track-focused SUV. On the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, you're going to find active suspension dampers. This is done through a system where you can change the suspension dampening based on the drive mode you're in. We'll go over what those drive modes are in a little bit. The Stelvio Quadrifoglio also features a near perfect 50-50 weight distribution because of chassis tuning. Under the hood, you'll find a 2.9 liter V6 producing 505 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio will do 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. A very interesting thing about this engine is it is Ferrari derived. It has been denied, but there is a common debate that people believe this V6 is actually half of a Ferrari V12. Which makes sense considering Ferrari and Alfa Romeo have the same parent company, Stellantis. On the Stelvio, you'll find the Q4 all-wheel drive system. It's an amazing system, and combined with that 505 horsepower V6 creates quite the beast. You'll find the little badge signifying here on the back that has the Q4 all-wheel drive system. Now, let's take a little walk around this Stelvio here and point out some of the special Alfa Romeo touches as well as what makes it special as a Quadrifoglio. So right up front here, you have the iconic triangle-shaped Alfa Romeo grille they've been putting on vehicles all since the 60s. I love how it looks on the Stelvio. It really distinguishes it from any other SUV on the market. You'll find LED headlights. I love the design on these. Looks really sharp. You come on over here, you see that's your radar for your adaptive cruise control, which it does have. Beautiful looking machine. You got your alloy wheels we already talked about. You come up here, you have your 4-leaf clover. That signifies that this is a Quadrifoglio. It goes back to Alfa Romeo's racing heritage. The story I've heard is that a race car driver back when Alfa Romeo was huge into racing used to bring a 4-leaf clover, and Alfa Romeo kind of leaned into that with their Quadrifoglio models. Now, we work our way around to the back here. See if your regular Stelvio badge, beautiful taillights, the iconic Alfa Romeo logo. Get your Q4. Now, the Stelvio does not have a lot of stuff that says Quadrifoglio or the 4-leaf clover or anything like that. It's very much an understated thing. And I love that about it. It's kind of one of those, if you know, you know. If not, you have a 505 horsepower SUV that most people don't realize what it is. Get your beautiful dual exit exhaust with 4 tips. Amazing looking machine. Another Quadrifoglio badge. And I'll point out the last badge here kind of on the outside. You have the one on top of the engine cover as well. Now let's take a look at the interior of this beautiful car. You'll find carbon fiber all throughout. Of course, has your 3 buttons to set your driver's seat. Has Harman Kardon sound system. Let's hop in the car here for a moment. Perfect. Now we've got our beautiful Alfa Romeo steering wheel. I quite love how, unlike a lot of performance SUVs that get these big bulky steering wheels, I love how it's kind of a smaller shape. You'll also find it's got some Alcantara touches. little carbon fiber, and you'll find the quadrifoglio badge. Again, a very unique thing about Alfa Romeo that you don't see on most vehicles, other than really Ferraris, is you find the start button right here on the steering wheel. I think that's a really neat touch. You have your adaptive cruise control, highway assist, which will hold the vehicle in lane. You still have to keep your hands on the steering wheel though. Adjust your distance, adjust your speed. Over here you have all your controls for your music, phone, all that great stuff. Now let's start the car up. I love that sound. In here, tire pressure is low, but you'll see the quadrifoglio badge right there inside the dash. I think that's a really nice and special touch. Get Alfa Romeo there as well. So awesome. Over here to the center console, you'll find even more carbon fiber, little Italian flag. Nice little touchscreen here. It is partially touchscreen, partially controlled by this little dial here with your home button, your settings. I think it's a great mix. Find your climate control settings there. It in fact does have a sunroof, which is amazing. And the last thing I want to go over here in the interior is the DNA race drive modes. I think this is a really cool thing. So right now we're in N, which stands for natural. A is kind of all weather, and D is dynamic, and race is, well, race. So N is kind of like your normal mode. A is kind of your more all weather, more fuel efficient mode. And D is your, I would say, calling it sport mode. And then race is your full blown track mode. Because when you put it into race, you have to actually hold it to get it to do it. Now it's in race. You can see it signifies there. And you go up, it says not available in race mode because it's turning off your forward collision warning, your ESC, and your full blown race mode now. It's an amazing thing. My personal favorite driving this car is if you put it into D. It's kind of the perfect amount of noise and, like, I would say, suspension tuning at the same time. Cool thing about D is you can actually change if you want. So right now it's got the more sporty dampers on. If you press this, it turns it off, and you'll see soft damper active. So that'll put it in the damper mode that you'll find in like N or A. I like it with it on. Awesome. Well, that is my tour of the inside of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Now, I'm not going to let you go without a cold start, so let me turn this thing off. We're going to start it up from the outside. Let's start her up. So it does have remote start. I love that sound. It just sounds so good. It's not too loud. It's loud enough that people know you have something special without being too loud that it's obnoxious. It's also pretty quiet in the cabin if you have it in N or A mode. I personally like D because I like the noise, but it definitely gives you that option of how loud you want the vehicle to be. Thanks for watching my video on the 2023 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. I gotta say, after spending some time with this vehicle, I think this has to be my new goal dream car. I've had a few different vehicles on that list over the years, but I think this is it for me now. It's the perfect mix of, I like an SUV, I like performance, but I also like the luxury and comfort features. And that's the vehicle I've been struggling to find over the last couple of years. Now, this is not in my budget, but someday when it is in my budget, I will be purchasing one of these because I've had nothing but fun with this vehicle. Right amount of exhaust noise, right amount of fuel efficiency. It just checks all the boxes for me. And I'm sure it will check all the boxes for a lot of you out there. So if you're already a Stelvio Quadrifoglio owner, comment down below. I want to hear what you think about the vehicle. Comment maybe what one you have, what color you got. I'm super interested to hear from them. If it's also your dream car, comment down below. If you're an Alfa Romeo owner, let me know what you have. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment down below, like, subscribe, all that stuff. YouTube seems to like that. But thanks for watching.